Hello, today we will do Newton's Raphson's method. Newton-Raphson's method, also known as method of tangent. Method of tangent. Now, in this method is generally used to improve your result obtained by any of the previous method. Let fx is equal to 0 is the equation for which you are seeking an approximation. Okay. Let x0 be an approximation to the root x0 be an approximation to the root of excuse me, and let x1 is equal to x0 plus h be the exact root. Then f of x0 plus h would be equal to 0, or rather we can say that f of x1 is equal to f of x0 plus h is equal to 0. Expand by Taylor series. Expand by Taylor series, we obtain that f of x0 plus h f dash x0 plus h square by factorial to f double dash x0 and so on. Now, since h is small, so we neglect h square and higher powers of h and higher powers of h. So in the formula we just neglect the terms after h square and all that. So now your result becomes f of x1 is equal to f of x0 plus h f dash x0. But f of x1 is equal to 0, therefore h is equal to minus f of x0 upon f dash x0, right? But recall that x1 is equal to x0 plus h. So replacing this h by the above value, x1 is equal to x0 minus f of x0 by f dash x0. Okay, this is your formula for Newton's Raphson method. We write it as xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus f of xn upon f dash xn. Okay, this is your formula for Newton's Raphson's method. Now this method has certain this method is useful. This method is useful in cases of large values of f dash x, that is when the graph of fx while crossing the x-axis is nearly vertical. This method is useful in cases of large values of f dash x, that is when the graph of fx while crossing the x-axis is nearly vertical. If f dash x is 0 then or nearly 0, the method fails. You can visualize this easily, that if suppose f dash x is 0 for some values of x, then the method would fail. That is what has been written out here. And Newton's Raphson formula converges provided the initial approximation x0 is chosen sufficiently close to the root. This method is also called the method of tangent, is used to obtain a complex root. Now this method is used extensively and more frequently asked in your paper. There are 3 types of questions which you have to know while 3 types of questions, namely one is algebraic, then second one is logarithmic equations where log term is there in the equation, and third one is trigonometric equations. Okay. Now what we are going to do is to start questions, but in the next video lecture I would start with algebraic questions. Okay, thank you very much.